All right, we are live now. From what I can see, so good evening from here to everyone listening out there. It is another wonderful week for the Azure and AI show, and today we are having two new persons here, and I'm very happy to introduce to you Gabriel. Gabriel is sitting in Spain, and yes, we're here today. Yeah, thank you very much, Gabriel, for coming. And Gabriel got to meet Frank and Dan in the just concluded MCT summit, and yes, we are very happy. And this is one of the essence of going for physical meetups. And also, we have Onyinye here on the call, and Onyinye is in Ireland. We are very happy and privileged to have you here. 2025 is actually showing growth for us already. So thank you very much for making it here today. As the regular faces you see every day, here is Seena. Seena, hi, how are you? And then we have Frank Falvey here on the call too. Frank, yeah, good day to you. And then we'll have Dan, who is currently traveling, but because of the love he has for the community, he has to make sure that he's on this call. So Dan, thank you very much. And we wish you a safe trip to your destination. So today we are going to contribute again to the tech community, and Seena will be going first. She will be speaking about Copilot Studio, and it's going to be more of conversation and demo. So I crave that you just remain on the call and listen, watch what she is doing, and if you have questions, yes, you can use the comment section below to ask your question, and we'll pay attention to respond to that. So thank you very much. Seena, you may unmute yourself and carry on. Thank you.
Thank you, Joseph. Thanks all. Today I'm going to present about how to build a smart feedback agent with Copilot Studio, Adaptive Cards, and Power Automate. So all of you knows about Copilot Studio. So I'm just giving a brief introduction to Copilot Studio. So before that, let me share my screen. I have written a blog about it. We will go through accordingly. Please let me know once the screen is visible.
Yeah, there we go. We can see your screen now, Seena.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So this is my blog. I'll share this link as well. This is in private chat. I have shared there. Okay. So here, this feedback agent will use an adaptive card. Okay, so where users can enter their details, and that details we can send it to an email as well. So this is the process I'm going to demonstrate today. This my Copilot Studio window is showing.
Yeah, we can see that. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so firstly, we are going to create an agent in Copilot Studio. So before that, I'm just giving you an introduction about Copilot Studio. So it's a powerful tool which allows you to build, test, and deploy conversational agents using natural language. And with its intuitive interface, you can create agents which understand and respond to user queries, making the interaction more human-like and engaging. And then the adaptive cards, long ago we are using in Power Platform. So it is a way to present and collect information in a visually appealing and interactive manner. By integrating adaptive cards into your feedback agent, you can gather your user feedback seamlessly after each interaction. So this ensures that feedback process is smooth and non-intrusive. So Power Automate, yeah, all of you knows it enables you to automate workflows and processes. So by connecting your feedback agent with Power Automate, you can automate the collection, analysis, and response to your feedback. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, I'm selecting the default directory only. So here, click on the new agent, and here I'm giving the agent name, feedback agent, and then the description we can provide like what we are going to do with this agent. So here, this description I'm going to give over here. So this is a feedback agent, collects user feedback after each interaction with the system, and it uses adaptive cards to prompt users for their feedback on the quality and relevance of the responses they received. The feedback is then analyzed to identify areas for improvement and enhance the overall user experience. Then for the instructions, yeah, the same instructions I'm giving. Role is you are a feedback agent responsible for collecting user feedback after each interaction. Then format, collect feedback in a structured format with fields for overall experience, suggestions for improvement, and additional comments. Use a friendly and encouraging tone. And the context, ask for feedback specifically about the accuracy and helpfulness of the responses provided. And here any exclusions if we have given. Do not ask for personal information or sensitive data. And for the adaptive cards, use an adaptive card to present feedback questions and collect responses, and follow up, send the collected feedback to the designated team for review and analysis. So these are the major part of this feedback agent. Then for the knowledge, I'm not going to add any knowledge over here. So this knowledge we are using for adding data files or external websites to give more information for the agent's responses. So specifically for a particular subject, if you want to give, so you can give some external links as well, or if you want to give your own data, so you can provide that as well for your SharePoint or Dataverse tables. You can provide over here as an add knowledge. Okay, so then here after that we are going to create this. Next is configuring the topics. Okay, it is loading. Description and instructions is loading. Please wait for, yeah, it's loaded now. Okay, now the topics you can see over here. So only 4 topics. I'm going to enable the generative AI as well. So for that here, go to overview, and here this orchestration. So use generative AI to determine how best to respond. So we are providing the ability to agent. By using generative AI, they can respond the user questions. Okay, it is enabled now. Now go to the topics. Yeah, topics you can see now it's okay, more than 4. Before it was 4 only. Now here in the conversation, you can see how this message is coming up just in the conversation start. Okay, how the conversation is going to start. So here, so it picked up the message from here. Okay. So a virtual assistant, just so you are aware, I sometimes use AI to answer a question. So and so it is there. Now I'm going to add some more sentences there. Sorry. Okay, after that you can save it. Now refresh this. So you can see it is changed according to the text we have added. Now I'm going to add another node. This is for the adaptive card. Here it is. This is the way we have to add the node. And here you can see a list of options which you can select according to your requirements. So ask with adaptive card I am going to select. And this is my adaptive card, it's added. And for the properties, so here you're going to add some commands, or this is in a JSON format, or here we can go for the open adaptive card designer. So this is the open site for adaptive cards designer. So here we can design according to the according to our requirement, and then take that code over here. So I have code in my blog. I'm just taking that. And here in the adaptive card design, just for arranging the patients and all. So, yeah. Okay, not going to arrange. Yeah, here it is. We value your feedback. So here you can see after this body, here I will show you. Yeah, type text block, and text is we value your feedback, and then weight bolder and the size medium I have given. Then here for another text, so this is the way you know the JSON format. So here it is. I'm just going through this. So here it is text block. We value your feedback. Then we have given a name text. So this is for the name text. Okay. And then for the ID also for the placeholder where the user has to enter the name. Then for the email text. Okay, added, and the placeholder for the email. And here the choices. Okay, rate your satisfaction. So here you can see the choices. Choice set added, and here providing the choice list as well. Very dissatisfied, dissatisfied, neutral, satisfied, very satisfied, and additional comments as well there. Yeah. And here is the actions for the submit button. Okay, so actions, type action dot submit, and title submit. So here it is. So this is the format of our adaptive card, and I'm going to give this there in our. Okay, and save it. Okay, now this is my adaptive card I have given. Now what we have to do is the output section. We can see these 5 variables has been created, and each variable we should have to make it as global, because we are going to use in Power Automate as well. So here it is how we can make it global. Just click over here and just click on this global. Okay, and here you can save. For these all 5 variables you can do this. For the comments, email, name, and the satisfaction. So these each variables we are storing the value which we are collecting from that adaptive card. Okay, we have made it as global now. Now we are going to add one more node which is showing the call and action, and by the call and action we are going to create a flow. So create a flow. It will redirect to the Power Automate pane. I'm just using the new designer. Okay, so here run a flow from Copilot. So this flow is going to run by using the Copilot which we have configured. So here we are going to add that variable which we have configured here as global. So for that, here name, email, comments, and satisfaction. 4 variables we are going to add. Okay, I have added 4 variables now. Now our next task is to add an action and to send an email. So here, just click over here, add an action and email, just search, and you have to select this. Okay, send an email to, not this one. And if it is asking for sign in again, just to sign in. Okay. Okay, now for 2, just take your email ID and here the subject feedback, and for the body you can type like, okay, so this name of the customer, then email, so all that variables which we have created there. So here is your feedback, and so from here just select name, then email, then comments, satisfaction again. So after that comments we can see satisfaction, and then here for comments any, so here it is. Okay, so that's it for this. Now email is configured, the trigger body section can we have dynamically added, and now we can change here the feedback flow. and publish it. Here, respond to Copilot, we are not doing anything. Okay, it is published. So after published it, you can go to your Copilot Studio and here done. So once it's done, it will be list over here. Yeah, you can see the feedback flow here. Just to select that. Okay, so now it will ask for the value of this name. So here, click over here for the name. We have to select the name. And for the email, here the email. For the comments, and for the satisfaction, here the satisfaction. Okay, now, yeah, we have added all this. And we can add one more message and we can provide this message there. Here one more add node and send a message. And here we can provide this. You have successfully submitted your feedback. One of your team member will shortly contact you. Thank you. Okay, save. Okay, now our agent is ready. Now we are going to test our agent. Just refresh this. Okay, so here it is. Here the message and here our feedback form, and I'm just providing an email we can provide. And here it is, satisfied, and additional comments. Good. And then for submit. Additional permission, if it is asking, just connect. Okay, and here you can connect over here. Submit. Status become connected. Yeah. Now coming over here, retry. Yeah, you have successfully submitted your feedback. Okay, so the last message which we have given it showing here. Now I'm just connecting my email. And here you can see. So here is your feedback, name of the customer, email, and satisfaction 4, because it was the 4 we have, I have given the number it is showing, and then comment session was good. Okay, so this is the way we can configure our Copilot with adaptive cards and Power Automate. It's a very small session I have given. So any doubts or anything, please let me know.
Yes, Seena, that was very, very great. Thank you very much for that explicit session. Myself, I'm going to go through your blog. Perhaps I'll be able to try this out myself. Yes, that was great.
Also me, too.
Yeah.
Very good, Seena. And it's very good the way you use your blog in kind of you know, with the actual demo. It all went perfect. Very good. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, Frank.
I like to say as well, Anya met myself and Dan and Gabriel at the MCT summit as well. So that's how we kind of made our connection. So
Wow, that's beautiful.
yeah,
Yeah. Also, I know I see Dan this Monday in Madrid.
Yes. Yep.
oh
Yeah,
yeah,
it's very
you were
great.
you were in the LinkedIn office.
Yeah. Also after maybe the
That's the
real trip.
plan. Yeah. Be cool to see three in 2 weeks, I guess, Frank.
Yeah, 3 LinkedIn offices. Yeah, very good. I was at one. So
Yes.
Joseph, Dan is about
Yes.
to take
So
off. Go ahead.
okay. So I'm going to be sharing my screen now, just so I can yes present my screen. Okay. So yes, I guess my screen is up on the screen now.
Yeah, you can see
So
that.
yes, thank you. So I'm just bringing up my environment where we need to do what we want to do. So today we are going to be looking at how to improve, how to get like the best user interface or user experience rather with Copilot. So I'm just hitting cmd.ms. So for sake of explanation, cmd.ms is the Microsoft Cloud command line. So here you can actually have access to all the platforms, all the portals that you want to administer, even as a user. So when you come to cmd.ms, what the first thing you will see here is the Microsoft Entra, but my interest here is going to be on the Microsoft 365 Admin Center. So I'll just click on that. Okay, so based on what we want to do today, I will also be needing to use the Teams Admin Center. So what I will do is to come to Teams Admin Center also to open that up as well. So I'll click on Teams, and then that also loads up. Okay, so haven't opened the M365 Admin Center. One other thing, one place you want to go to is the Copilot that is showing up here. So if you click on it, it's going to bring up the where you can manage everything relating to Copilots. So from here, you can view insights about how people are using, learning about Copilots. You can also look at the assigned licenses, then you find trainings, and then you talk about changing of settings and more. So just because of substance and to lay background on what we are going to do today, if you scroll down on this path, you're going to find a lot regarding co-pilots. You look at it here, the reporting part of it is also here for you to see. But my major focus today is going to be on the setting. So from settings, you're going to see co-pilot agent consumption, and then very point of call is the co-pilot, the pin co-pilot for users. So this is saying co-pilot image. And then if you come down here, you will see pin co-pilot charts. So if you look at this, you have it that pin Copilot charts to the navigation bar and Windows taskbar to make it easier for your people, for the people in your organization. So here is actually where you do a lot of management to see how it goes. So we are going to open this to have a look at it. So pinning Copilot, here is what it means. Um, as an administrator, you can pin Copilot to the navigation bar of Teams, of Outlook, and Microsoft 365 Copilot app. From here, you have different options. So admin pinning allow you to set Microsoft 365 Copilot charts to appear on the navigation bar for the application listed previously. This setting is only applicable for users who are signed into Microsoft 365 in your own environment. So looking at it, before you begin, you can look at what you have here, which is what we have open on our page. By default, it is set to pin charts to the navigation bar, which is actually recommended. So if you are coming to do not pin, which we are going to be looking at in that doc, you will have to, also check this, and let's see what the implication is going to be. So as global administrator, you can access these settings in M365 Admin Center by navigating to Copilot where we are now, and then going to settings, and then you have the option to pin the app, which is what we have as default and as recommended. So what that means is that the users are going to have Copilot on their app launcher when they visit any of the application or the workloads in M365. Do not pin. So if you are turning it off, and then you are going to say allow users to be asked whether they want to pin it. So you can also have the option to unpin it, but also say, okay, user, you may want to pin it if you have the preference for it. You can decide to do it yourself. So when you uncheck the allow user to be asked whether they want to pin it, Microsoft 365 Copilot charts will no longer appear on the app launcher. So that's what is going to happen. So they will not have it. So just in case by way of mistake and something happened that this was toggled off, so that when you are troubleshooting Copilot not present and you have the user having the license, I'm sure this is one of the places you want to check as a support engineer. And that is why this conversation is very important today. So the global administrator can make changes to the Microsoft 365 Copilot chart pinning setting at any time. So this is so emphatic that is the global admin that is going to have this setting. And when you have these settings, let's say you have the settings turned off, and then by virtue of troubleshooting, you discover that, hey, the user did not see this, and it is because this was turned off by one of the global administrators, then unfortunately, it may take about 48 hours after the correction before it can come up for the user to make use of. So I don't know why someone will intentionally turn it off for user. Of course, some persons have turned transcription off for users that have co-pilots, and I'm not sure why you would turn transcription off for users who have Copilot license, because of course you know that the meeting notes is actually drafted out from transcription. And if you turn off transcription for your user, it means that the AI note generator isn't ever going to work for your users. But I'm just saying this also just in case somebody by mistake turned this off for users. Or perhaps things happen where this is turned on, but the user cannot see Copilot in the app launcher. So what you can do is to toggle it off and then allow it for 48 hours and then toggle back on. And then it should automatically pick from the very beginning, like resetting the whole process again. And this is something that resonates a lot with support engineers and administrators. So users with the license for Microsoft 365 Copilot have Microsoft 365 Copilot chat pin by default. So users without Copilot license will not, of course, see the Copilot icon showing there. Now, what's going to be the user experience when you turn it off? First, they're not going to see anything. Now, when you turn it off and say users should be allowed to choose their preference, so what is going to happen is so when the user goes to Copilot, it's going to have this option here, pin Copilot for quick and easy access. So it's just going to be asking. So the user can say, don't ask me again. If you say, don't ask me again, of course, you know what that means. Then we say, do not pin, means the user is not going to pin it, or just pin and continue. Then, of course, it is going to be there. So the Microsoft 365 Copilot chat pin notification provide user with three options, of course, that we've seen here: ask me later, do not pin, and then pin and continue. So if the user click on ask me later, the same message is shown a user up to 3 more times, with the pinning dialog shown for maximum of once per user session. So on the final message, the don't show again button replace the ask me later buttons. Of course, that is the experience the user is going to have if you want them to have the option to pin or not. So if a user opens the M365 Copilot mobile app, they see this option here, pin and continue or decline. So of course, that's what is going to happen if you have given them that option in your environment. So when Microsoft 365 Copilot chat is pinned in each app, if you choose the pin M365 Copilot for all users, then it is pinned in M365 app for desktop, both mobile and web application, at least from September last year. So this was actually one of it. Then the pin Copilot in Microsoft Teams. So this is why I was talking about the experience that we'll have. So if you want users to have access to Copilot in Microsoft Teams, you can pin app here. You can actually do that from the app setup policy. So you can as well do that from here. So if you come to Teams app here, and then you come to setup policy, so what happens is that if you go to your Microsoft Teams environment, you would see that you have notification standing first, and then followed by call, followed by the next options that follow along. So that's where you have those arrangements is from Microsoft Teams app permission policy. So you see that it is usually activity, charts, and then Teams before you have calendar and calling. So and then you have OneDrive. So if you want to specifically have Copilot pinned, of course, you can also add a new policy, and then you can give it a name. And then from here, you can pin Copilot also to your users, because when you click on add apps, you will have option to search for the pinned application to add there for the user. So you can also control that from here. So this is how you can give user the power to either pin or unpin. And the essence of this conversation today, just before I hand the mic over to Frank, is just so when you have issues that you have users not having Copilots pinned to their app, but they have the license and you want to troubleshoot that issue, please come and check your Copilot settings here and see if somebody has not come to turn it off for the user. And if this is not also checked, then you can check this out just so to improve your user experience. But if you want to turn it off per the tenant and allow that in Teams, then you can use the Teams app permission policy. I mean, the app setup policy to check, because the pinned app can also be done from here, from the Teams admin center. So this is going to be the brief that I'm going to handle today. And I hope that you've been able to take this down as your notes on how to troubleshoot Copilot not being pinned for improved user experience. Thank you very much for listening.
Thanks, Joseph. That was great there. Anybody, any questions on that one?
Joseph, does it matter if it's the free chat or the enterprise work chat that you pay $30? So
Okay, so before you can have access to the admin center, right? Go ahead, please. I think I was trying to get your question.
So it applies for anyone. So because for users that don't have the Copilot license, they still have the regular free chat.
Okay, so for what I just showed you is for the enterprise or the business plan. For the end user one, I mean the free one does not have an admin center for you to even manage it in the first place, right? So this one is specifically for those that use business or enterprise plan. And this information is specifically for troubleshooting so that we can have this at the back of our minds.
Okay.
When we see that Copilot is missing from the app launcher. So that may just be the setting that will resolve it.
Okay. So just as Anya is on here today, just to see how the StreamYard actually works, you see there we had a few people that are actually on LinkedIn, and I have this because I'm the admin and Joseph is the admin. We can actually show it. If you can see on the screen there, I'm kind of putting up people that are actually on LinkedIn and they put a comment into us. So I can actually show them. As you can see there on the bottom of our screen. So this is, what we can do as well, kind of show stuff. And the banner, as I had up earlier, you can see that we were kind of streaming out to 3 LinkedIn live channels, and I was able to put that up on the bottom of the screen. There was a different week now where we had 4 LinkedIn channels, 4 YouTubes, 3. So we can kind of do those kind of actions as well with StreamYard. And we can show people's blogs as well. I think we might have Seena's blog here stored. So we can kind of do all kind of stuff like that as well. I think you put it in the chat there earlier, Seena, I think. A second now. Yeah, so that Seena was able to put it on the chat there, and it'll come out through the LinkedIn as well. So yeah, I'll share my screen. So I'm going to start doing the AI 900. It's the Microsoft Artificial Intelligence Fundamentals. Can you see my screen there? So I think it was June I actually done the certification on it, and I done quite well. I've showed this to a few people. Can you see that there on the screen, guys? So this is the certification, the Microsoft AI Fundamentals, and it actually was my best score of doing any of the certifications. Can you see that there on the screen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So hopefully,
Congratulations.
thank you. So hopefully after I do this course over the next 5 or 6 weeks, and if anybody needs help to do it, I hope you'll come back and have a score like that. But so we'll see. So this is the official Microsoft documentation for the actual course. And the first part we're going to do here is the AI concept. Okay, just the first part. It's only 15 minutes, so don't get stressed out. So these are some of the learning objectives. So explain what AI is, and understand the importance of responsible AI. Understand the different types of machine learning models. Identify AI services available on Azure and what they are used for. So we'll just move on here. I'll just try and get up the slideshow to make it actually bigger. Okay. So this is the section I'm going to do this week. So what is artificial intelligence? It's software that imitates human capabilities, predicting outcomes and recognizing patterns based on historic data, recognize abnormal events and making decisions, interpret visual inputs, understanding language and engaging in conversation, extracting information from sources to gain knowledge. So we kind of see a lot of this now, kind of like with Chat GPT and Copilot and whatever. So you can see how it can do stuff with pictures and extracting information out of Word documents. We saw how Copilot can kind of summarize a big document down. So that's kind of that sort of stuff. And so these are the kind of common AI workloads, and the machine learning one predicts models based on the data you put in, like, and computer vision. As last week we had a great one there from Joseph, where he put in a picture and the AI was able to extract stuff out of it. So that's kind of an example of that. And then the natural language processing, so capabilities of AI for computers to interpret written or spoken language. So that's that part of it. Document intelligence, as I was saying there, you can use Copilot inside in Word to kind of summarize a large document down into, so you can use it to do that sort of stuff. So knowledge mining, then, like, you can use the AI to extract information from large volumes, of unstructured data. Like, I'll give some examples of unstructured and structured data as we go along through the actual course itself. And then we have generative AI capabilities, to create original content. You can use it to make images. A lot of people see that now we're using Microsoft Designer to do images and that, and you can use it to make code as well, kind of JSON scripts and Python scripts and all that sort of. It all depends on what prompt you put in to get stuff out of code and stuff. So that's an overview of that section. So this is Microsoft's principle of responsible AI. Okay, so like fairness is one of them. Bias can affect results. Look, so if you went for a loan from the bank, it wants a model that doesn't discriminate on gender due to bias in the data, stuff like that. Reliability and safety, errors can cause harm. So, like autonomous vehicles, experience, system failures or whatever like that. Privacy and security. Privacy could be exposed. So, like, a lot of medical kind of stuff is very private. So, sensitive data. So it has to be stored securely, and there's a lot of stuff around. Like here in Europe, we have GDPR, so that kind of stuff. And I think in the States they have a different kind of one. And the next one there is inclusiveness. Solutions may not work for everybody, so they want to really kind of include everybody in it. You know what I mean? We don't want to kind of leave people out. We want to bring everybody along with us, on our journey with AI. Transparency. You must trust, the complex systems. You know what I mean? We know some people hear AI now and say, "Oh, I don't want to go near that," whatever. But we want to make it more transparent, and different tools like in finance and investment recommendations and stuff like that. So the other one then is accountability. Who's liable for AI-driven decisions? So that's kind of crime and evidence-based stuff like facial recognition and whatever, like, and who's responsible. That's accountability. So they're the kind of principles of responsible AI. So there's all kind of questions about all these things. So you need to know each one of these and we'll be going through more examples along the way. So that's kind of it there on that first part, nice and short, so people don't get panicked. The next part of it will be next week. I'll be doing the fundamentals of machine learning. So that's kind of it for this week from me. So any thoughts on that, guys?
Okay, so Frank, thank you very much for that. It's actually a reminder for us. Remember when we were preparing for this exam last year, we were all having our books on the table reading, and yes, since fundamentals do not even have renewal options, having these sessions regularly will actually help us to understand or perhaps remember what we read while we were preparing for this exam. So thank you very much. That was quite insightful.
Yeah, and if anybody wants to look back on last week's thing, Seena done a version of where you can actually get the stuff on Microsoft Learn, and we might do some more of that going forward as well.
Yeah, I think there's a question, Frank, on the chat from Wasim, and he said, I suppose
Yeah.
these all AI workloads are on that paid plan. Any guides to better understand how their pricing works and the prerequisites required to obtain those licenses? Right. So, Frank, do you want to throw light on that? So, Ami, anyone on the call? Onye, Gabriel?
So I suppose the pricing plans is at $30 for the co-pilot, as far as I know. That's the kind of it's $20 here in Ireland, 20 euros, sorry. I know there's a trial version if somebody wants to sign, if you want to sign up to it for 30 days, there is a trial one and you don't have to continue with it if you don't want to, you know.
I think in this event also, Frank, we had demonstrated how people can have to explore the free options that are available in Windows 11 and what is available on the Microsoft Edge. And I think we had Ami on the call that day using Copilot to summarize videos, and then we use that to generate images. We use that to summarize documents that are on, links to documents that were bulky, and then we were able to get summary of that. Can you remember that also, Ami?
Yes, it worked for a certain time. Then I tested it. It stopped working, but on the free Edge browser of Copilot. Yeah.
Okay, so I think we may need to also one time bring up that again and do like a live demo and see what we now have access to. But basically, you can do a few things on the free plan that comes with your browser, and then if you feel that you need to purchase the one integrated with your M365 platform, you can try that also. Yeah, I think I have one. I was trying to reference one of my events, recent event, where I can respond to Wasim. I'm dropping a link on the chat. You may want to check out that recording and see what you can do from the free plan angle. And then for the paid, Frank just explained that you need some $20 to buy per month, yeah, per user.
Okay, I think also there is pricing for Azure AI services. Probably if he needs information on that, you can check from Microsoft's site on Azure AI
Yeah,
pricing as well.
that's true. That's
Yeah,
true. So yeah,
it is
About
there.
this is maybe
I have shared a link there in the private chat.
I have two tips in Teams. If anyone wants, in 5 minutes, I can show you some tips. Are you into it? Do you have time or next
Yeah,
time?
go ahead, Amy. Yeah.
Okay, so how do I share my screen?
Down the bottom there it says present.
Let's take entire screen. Share.
Yeah.
I need to choose this. Okay, so
Yeah, we have it there now. Yeah, we can see our screen.
So this is the web team, and up until now, when you had a team, you had some channels, and you wanted to add some tabs, you had this plus. Okay, this is so you would click here, choose what you wanted, the application, let's say the planner or something different, and it would actually add what you wanted as a tab. Okay. Um, in the new update, what's happening is that there's no longer this plus. Okay. So the tip is actually you need to go here to open apps and to choose the app, and this actually you choose to pin this application. You choose the application itself and save, and it actually will add it as a tab. But this plus that was existing up until now
It's no
is
longer there.
with this open app. So this is the
Okay.
first tip. Anyone have questions about that?
So it's just hidden by the top right hand side now.
Yes,
Kind of.
instead of the plus that was existing,
Yeah,
we
yes.
need to use the open app. The
Yeah.
second tip is regarding pronunciation. So if I go to my profile here and click on my profile here again, wait, where did it go? Now I see a microphone. The idea is just like in LinkedIn, then I can record my name or how I pronounce my name. So I will click here, and what I will do is I will record my name for 10 seconds. And then when I save it, here we do. I can hear it before I wanna
Save it.
save it. I can do a retake, assuming I save it. You notice this is the microphone now. It's already, whoever will go into my profile will see how what I recorded. Okay, so this is it makes it easier for people to know how to pronounce your name. And notice there's also a pronoun. Okay, so in case it's activated, then you can define if you are he or she or something like that, or you can type here anything you want if it's they or something like that. Yeah, or let's keep it like that my pronoun is this. So I save it, and actually now you'll notice that this is my pronoun. Now the pronunciation also works in the Outlook. Okay, so from the profile of the user in Outlook, you can also do that. So these are the two tips I wanted to share with you. If anyone has
Okay.
any questions,
So I mean, do you want to share your screen again? I just want to point out something also.
let me let me see where is the link. I'm looking for, how do I get back to where I am?
Okay.
Just a second. I'm closing the browser, closing this one, closing this one. Teams. Let me StreamYard. Yes. Should I share my screen again?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Entire screen, share. And
Yeah,
what do
we
you
see it
want
there
to
now.
see?
Yeah, so I mean, you remember that in the app setup policy that I just showed, you will see
Yes.
notification after notification. We used to have, okay, we should have chat, and after which I think we should have Teams by the left hand side. You can't
Yeah,
see
the
Teams there. You can't see
reason we
Teams
don't have Teams is it's because
there.
of this new layout. So in the
Yes, so it's not.
settings you can choose in the appearance. I think it's no in the chat and channel. If you want it separately
Mhm.
or combined. So if I switch it back, then the Teams app is back. You see the Teams is back, and if I do
Yeah,
combine, it brings it back to that the chat and everything is. You even have a
yeah,
co-pilot here, yeah. But here you have, you can create your own section. So and you can drag a channel or a team or something like that. So let's call it AMI. And this is the section, and now I can drag this general channel to here, or I can also say show in one of these. It can be not only a channel, it can be also a chat, and it can be even a contact of a specific person. What did you have a question?
I was just thank you for showing all of those. I know that a lot has happened in Teams recently, and since we are sharing your screen, I just thought to speak about what you just showed us and appreciate it for that. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very
Okay.
good.
So, yeah.
So we're just gone over the hour. So if anybody any questions on anything or anything to share? So Gabriel, if you want to join us some week, if you want to do a piece or anything like that, let us know.
No, today's no. Today.
No, no, some other time. So we're connected
Yeah.
on anyway. Send me a message or whatever.
Yeah.
How you doing, Paul? How are you?
I think I'm late. I'm sorry.
Last minute. We were nearly just about to sign off.
I just woke up. Is it 7 o'clock or 6 o'clock now?
6 o'clock now. I moved it back to 6 o'clock so as that I'd be on the same time with Joseph in Nigeria.
Oh, fantastic.
And we'll probably make it easier for Seena as well because it's late over there for her as well, you know.
For me, it's 9.
It's 9, Amy. Yeah,
9 p.m. Israel.
Yeah, it's not too bad. So a few 9 p.m. is it?
PM.
Yeah, so we can have a chat, Frank. Maybe there's I'd like to do a little session on an Outlook search, if you'd like.
Yeah.
I think that's a bit of a mystery for a lot of people. So we'll start messaging each other and stuff.
Yeah, no worries, Paul.
Okay.
We
Nice to see you guys. I'll try and get back into it a little bit soon.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Good evening.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
That's great. So, Anya, what did you think of that? Was it?
Yeah, it's amazing. I think I learned a lot. And it's a great platform to share with a wider audience.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, very good. So, guys, we'll be back here again at the same time next week. And if you have anything that you want us to do or any questions, we're on LinkedIn there all the time. Pop us a message. I'll be continuing again next week with the second part of the AI 900. And Joseph, you'll probably be doing something. And Seena will probably be doing something again.
With
I'm
Copilot or Power Platform, yeah.
Yeah, that's great. So, guys, see you soon. And Anya, if you have any messages or whatever, send me on. Okay, guys, we'll see you. We'll be back here again next week. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Bye.